Hello and welcome to Wikipedia Weekly Network, here where Albin Larsson and I, Jan Ainali, are editing Wikidata Live. Hello Albin, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Jan?
I'm doing great as well, and we have Nicholas watching already here. So, hello Nicholas. And today it's World Food Day. So we're thinking, let's go with that theme because we all need and love food, I guess. So, yeah. Do you have
Yeah.
anything specific in mind today?
I'm gonna do a little bit of a casual editing of food. I got a couple of items I want to have a look at, but also I'm thinking like academic articles about food. I want to like look at them. First of all, which types of food or ingredients do we write more academic articles about? But also things like just editing and improving upon the data. And maybe a couple of other things, mostly manual, casual editing, and a bit of querying. And you, Jan?
I'm gonna do manual editing myself as well. I'm gonna do it really this dive in deep, go down all the rabbit holes. So if you have anything you want me to watch, or if you have any comments, this is the extra episode where all this is welcome. I have a sort of a set where I'm gonna start, but from there I can deviate in all
Yeah,
directions.
yeah, similar to both of us then.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna start by sharing my screen here, I hope, and I went a little bit too far there. I was gonna start here. So on Swedish Wikipedia, we have a nav box for sandwiches. Now, sandwiches is perhaps not the kind of food you think about when you're thinking World Food Day, but of course, bread has always been a staple. And this is just my starting point. So this is where to find something and then go deeper, because I want to go down on the ingredients and stuff like that. And I also think I have a few questions to the audience. So, and I'm not sure there's an answer here on Wikidata for some of these. So let's see where we go. So I started off heading to the classic BLT. Oh, now I'm a little bit too zoomed in here, I guess, because it's crashes my menus. Can I zoom out once more? Right, like that. And actually, I'm just going to immediately move away to Wikidata to see what do we have on the BLT. Oh, I already had that loaded. All right, let's close that one. Let's first add a description. Good if we can spell it right as well. Oh, since I installed your here, I always click the add instead of publish.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Smorgasbord. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to smorgasbord because that's actually not sandwiches and not a dish, but I might go to the smörgåstårta. We'll see.
It would be interesting the lexeme for that, however.
Yes.
As I think of it.
I have created that one.
You have, right.
Yes. Now let's check here. We have nice images. We have a country of origin. And this is something that always throws me off, that we use the has part for the ingredients. But I think this is the way we want to model it. Let me just check here. Yes, so we do have ingredients as also known as an alias. And you'll find when you come to dishes and other ingredients that also have ingredients, that they don't always use has part. So we might have to clean up some data today. There are some other ways to model this. It's missing an obvious thing here. We need a toast, of course. So let's start by adding that. Let's see, toast. Yes. Because that will be on all the BLT sandwiches. And now here's the tricky part, where I don't know how we want to do this on Wikidata, because it's quite common that you will use mayonnaise on a BLT, but you don't need to have it. And I don't know how we want to capture these variations. So if you have any idea for properties to use that, or qualifiers, so I add mayonnaise and some qualifier on that, please let me know in the chat.
I had
don't.
exact
Yeah.
same question earlier today. I was
Mm.
like, okay, there's like 6 different, slightly different but common options in this dish.
Mm-hmm.
And how can I mark them as optional somehow, or
Yes.
something being an add-on almost?
Yeah. I don't know how to do that. Earlier I had been thinking about perhaps we need different items as variations of some item that are all of subclasses under, but I'm not sure, because if we're having like just one ingredient and that varies, and maybe there are 3 different kinds that could be on and off, suddenly we have
Yeah.
8 variations. Should we have items for them all? I'm not. So I'm gonna leave it until someone gives me a better idea. Now this didn't have much here, so it's a sandwich. It has an image, country of origin, has part. I think there's something more we can add. I was looking at the English article, and it said it was early 1900s, common 1970. So we could sort of add a date here saying, and now which property, and we wouldn't use star date, we would use invented.
Yeah, that's the only one I can imagine.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put in 1900, and but not the year. I'm gonna set this with the precision century, because it's not perfect, but at least it puts this on a timeline somewhere, and we can improve it, and it's not going to be wrong.
Yeah.
So it's poor data, but it's some data. So, and then I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave this one and head to the next sandwich. So let's head to the club sandwich. Oh, and this one needs sources in Swedish, but we're going to move directly to the Wikidata. All right, we can improve. We could actually improve a lot here, because we had a few aliases in the Swedish article as well in the start. So let's go. I don't think we need. And is this one? Right. And we'll go with all of these. Clean them up over here. Right. It's easier to find also. We have an image, we have a class, country of origin. And here we have also, here we had the toast. That's good. Bacon, turkey meat, tomato. Did it say anything about these are usual? Pickle on the side.
That's an interesting aspect to model. Side dishes, often used together.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm gonna say we have the shape angle. There we go. We have a suggestion here for bread, and I'm gonna check that one. So that's the Q134152. See, that's the pan loaf. And I think that's sort of correct, but what was done here was toast. So I think the toast is also another type of bread. So this is one step ahead, so to speak. So I feel that this could have been used, but I feel this is also all right. So this is just the pan loaf being prepared a little bit more. Or if you really feel that the toast is wrong, then we could perhaps change it. But I think that could work.
I really know after your last edit about the shape, I can
Yeah.
imagine Wikidata query visualizations of food by various shapes.
All right. Yes. I guess we're gonna have a lot of round things.
Yeah, or just square.
Yes. All right. Oh, let's leave the club sandwich. That was a hard one. I'm gonna skip ahead here, and I'm gonna go to, because I had a little bit of look here earlier today. I'm gonna head to the toast Pelle Jansson, which has a really minimal article in the Swedish Wikipedia, but it says what it has. It says what it's named for. So there's a lot of things we can add, and I guess also that it's totally empty. So here we can really,
Oh,
really, really add things. So I think the name would be the same in English. I'll just add a sandwich. All right. And then we'll add, here's it. Oops, that's my script there going off. Now, really, is this an instance of, or is it a subclass? Like, it's not a specific sandwich.
it's a subclass.
Yes, I think we should go back and look at the other ones because I think they were instances. And here's the tricky part. We have the classic sandwich, but then, of course, in Sweden, we are really keen on the open sandwich. We just have a single slice with things on the topping, and we don't put the other one on. We actually call that a double sandwich, which is so weird and always throws me off. But I'm pretty sure this one is an open sandwich. So we're going to use that one. And we've had some parts as part. Now let's see if we can find these. So yolk. We don't want all the yolks. I'm pretty sure this is just yolks from hen eggs. Because this is from
Yeah.
all. So let's see if we can find.
And I imagine it's boiled.
No, it was raw.
Is it raw? Oh, okay.
It said raw. Yes.
Oh,
I'm not sure you should eat raw yolk, but yeah. It depends on the egg, I guess. Let's see if we can see hen egg. Do we have, or is it hen egg? No. Yeah. All right. There you go. Chicken. Does that have the...
Has part?
All right, egg yolk.
Yeah.
That's the one we want.
Let's see if that's not.
Part of chicken egg. Yes, so this
Okay.
should be the right one.
But it's also part of egg.
Yes, that's... Is this too many things? What was the other yolk we had? Well, let's bring that up as well.
Yeah, that appears to be chicken specific.
It was?
And it was also a subclass of another one. So I just think the egg has part.
Can go.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can bring this up here. Yolk. Now this is a bug I should report because there's something under here. Now at least I have a recording of me getting to it.
Oh.
Because I think if I press escape now, this one will go. No, there we come back. So yes, and here we have that one. All right, so we'll remove this one.
Yeah.
Remove, and then we know this one is the correct one. We'll add this one here instead. Oop. What else was on it? This one didn't say what kind of bread it had. So, well, it's named toast, so we can add toast.
Yeah.
And then we had for the onion, use let's see.
Yeah.
So here's the part where it's really easy to mix them. Oh, these are all the onions. All right. See if we can.
It's interesting.
I mean, they are perhaps the same species, and then there are varieties. But this is not the one I want. This is the
yellow one.
Yeah, the yellow ordinary one. How can we... Is it just red onion? Cultivar. So this should be the species. Let's see, does it produce anything? No! All right, we might have to create something here. Let's do another search.
Could it be an indication on Wikipedia if we look for the article themselves?
Let's see, this is that one, this is that one. Those two we had. Oh, you mean if we check here and see where this goes?
Yeah. It redirects to...
It redirects to the species. So now let's check the English one. See, I guess it will be the same. Maybe we should check the French. They should know how to use this one. Red onion. All right. Well, so this is this one. So I think we're just missing a Wikidata item here. All right, nice. So what we need to do here is to create the ingredient that we get from this cultivar and add it into here as produced by taxon. So let's go do that. So we'll create a new item. I can remove the egg yolk. English would be red onion, and this would be Is it the fruit? Is it the body?
It's an onion. At least from the Swedish concept, it's an
It
onion.
is the actual onion, yeah. The
Yeah.
onion of, and then we had. Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think you necessarily have an item for it, or no, you do. Right, exactly.
Cultivar red onion. Seems a little bit like repeating itself, but that's because it's an onion. It would have been easier to say like this is the this is the berry of the banana tree, or something like that. I'm sorry. Oh yes, we do use open sandwiches. We don't, to defend ourselves. We don't really use the word sandwich, so the Earl can sleep tight. We use, and you can look this up on the lexeme. We use a compound word which translates to butter, which sort of explains why we have butter on our sandwiches in Sweden.
Oh, actually, I would actually call what isn't an open sandwich a double sandwich. To say would be a dubbelmacka in
Yes.
Swedish,
Yeah.
which I'm not sure we
I
got a
mean, I
lexeme for.
mean the word smörgås.
Yeah,
That's 2 words for butter.
indeed.
I think we covered that in a. Oh no the. All right. Thank you, Nicholas. Here I am a bit sloppy in my English description. That's of course correct, and I forgot the Swedish one. Here, I think in Sweden we can actually use both of these. They're both correct.
Okay.
I think this one is the one who's preferred. Publish that
I
one.
would imagine so.
So this would be.
Oh, didn't it say?
It didn't say why. Oh, is someone working? Wait, this is the. Is this the same item? Referring to itself.
What?
Uh,
Oh, is there a conflict edit?
I think there was. Let's just reload this and see what happens. All right, let's edit it again. No, I was too quick. All right, let's try now. This should save. All right, there we go.
Yay.
And this is a subclass of food. And this is produced from, no, oh, what's the first one? Natural product of taxon, that's the word. And this is the taxon, so we'll copy this. Now I'm gonna get a warning here because it says, well, then this other one should say it produces this one. all right, we were too many editing. All right, yeah, no worries, it's all good. Thank you for the help. So let's add this. This should then have the produces. This taxon is source of. All right, different wording in Swedish and English here. Yes. So this is the red onion. This says food ingredient and taxon. It cannot be both. So, and it says in the description it's a cultivar. Let's see some more languages here. Are there any articles? This one was about the species. So let's remove the food ingredient here. Now that we have created a new one and connected them together. So it should be clear. All right.
Is it a food or a food ingredient?
That's a good question.
I imagine someone could eat it as it is.
Yes.
But I would personally imagine it as a food ingredient.
Yeah, let's go with that. I agree with you. And for now, we're actually using it here then in our toast Pelle Jansson, red onion. So that's one more to go. Let's see if we can have it named after as well here.
Indeed, that's a good one.
And what's it like? Didn't he have a?
I think he had a Wikipedia article.
Yes, but this is not his proper name. There we have him. But there was something more. We also had. Now this might be tricky. I'm not sure we have this one. All right, we did beef tenderloin. Great. Do we have? I don't even know this in English. So we have here again. We have the species. Yeah. This is the fish producing these kind of fish eggs. So it's a special kind of caviar, sort of. Does it produce anything? Do we have any things like this? Do we have? Now in English. I don't even know the word on this in English. Fish egg. Let's see. Well, this one didn't have. This one redirected to the species, but this one links to something else. Aha! There is something. It was just a bad link. Nah. I'm gonna correct this one so not the next person don't do the same thing. So it's a link to the redirect to this page. And that seems stupid. So you got some Wikipedia editing live as well. Oh, yes. Thank you, Nicholas. I think this is the word we're looking for, row. So let's see if we can find that one. There we go. So this is an instance of food ingredient. So what I think is we will need is a subclass of this for the specific piece. Yes, because these are the ones from fish in general. So we'll do the same here again. Now I think I'll need to do this in Swedish because I don't know the word on this in English. So let's quickly create a new item here.
Maybe I'm imagining this.
One more.
This is a very Swedish ingredient as well.
Mm-hmm.
From this particular species and so on.
I have a periodical with this. That's funny. All right.
That might be one of my edits.
All right. So let's switch. And if you didn't know, you can always switch your language here when you're creating an art item where you would want to start from. And I'm going to scroll all the way down to Swedish. There we have it. And this would be is it with 1 or 2 M? It's 1.
Yeah, I think it's 1.
Yeah.
Although the sound is kind of like it could be 2.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one. So now we know this is a subclass of this. So add a subclass of row. And we know it's natural product of taxon. And it's from this very fish, Coregonus albula. We'll copy that into our new item here. We'll publish this. I'm gonna get a warning, so we'll copy this QID, go back here, and add a new statement. And this was taxon. What's it? I forgot it already. This taxon is sorts of. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
It has
Here we
a
have it.
very odd label in Swedish compared to.
Should have a English name for this. Let's check the. Does it have something common name in English here? Taxon common whitefish. Could it be just whitefish row? Nah, that seems.
That seems odd.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's the rabbit hole. I said we could go down then, but let's get back to the toast. So I think these were the 5 ingredients named in the article. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bread. We have this one. All right, I think that's as far as we get on this. Toast Pelle Jansson, a Swedish open sandwich with beef tenderloin and some raw and raw egg yolk. I think I'm gonna stop there for today. That's a very strange kind of sandwich.
Okay. Then I'm gonna pick up. And let's see here. There we go. So starting off on Wikidata, I actually want to start off. I was doing a bit of casual research earlier today about what I could edit with a food chain, and I found an error. And I tried really, really hard to keep myself from editing that error back then, so I could do it now. And I still feel a little bad about it because I left the error there for a couple of hours, but now I get to resolve that. That's task number 1. And
all right.
I don't know if this is it appears to be a very like Nordic concept.
Mm-hmm.
The kladdkaka, which is essentially like flour, cocoa, and what do we more?
It's all empty.
And it's a super basic one, but when I was browsing this, I don't think this is a very Scandinavian concept. According to Wikidata, it is. But I'm actually going to head over to the parent here, chocolate cake, because I scrolled on and saw this has part banana.
Mm-hmm.
And that seemed very off, or at least, okay, maybe someone could have banana in their chocolate cake, but it seems off. So
it's missing the important part.
Indeed. And then I looked at the history. How did banana end up there? And I saw this edit by IP address. And looking at that, kind of gives me the idea that this is an error. I also saw that if I would actually compare this, we can see that we actually replaced sugar with banana,
Mm-hmm.
and that is probably not something one should do. So it was good for me that I looked at this and just didn't edit it, because now when I use the undo button here, I'm giving the option to give an edit comment, and I make it clear that someone made a bad edit of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always intentional, but this very much appears to be spam. If you replace sugar with banana or chocolate cake, um, I'm gonna say that because then people know this, and it kind of gets in the history of the IP address to help orchard people being able to like review orchard edits later on by the same IP. So I'm just gonna revert that. It's now sugar again. And then I also think I ended up then it's like a chocolate cake should probably include chocolate. So that is something I wanted to add as well. Let's see which is the food produced. Yeah, that must be it. Oh, so there we go. That is, I think orchard-wise, it's like the default things. In chocolate cakes could of course be super varied, but I think that's an improvement. And then I actually want to head back because, as Jan noticed, the the Nordic one, the kladdkaka, which kind of looks like this. This looks like a very dry and fancy one. But it also got country of origin Sweden. I didn't know about this. I'm gonna have a look at the article here. But it's also missing the ingredients, and it's super easy when it comes to ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, I want to have a look at the Swedish Wikipedia article. In Sweden, we don't always use the word cake for cakes. We got a much broader word we can use for everything from cookies to cakes and just about everything. Also for like traditional or like lunch food and that type of food, not necessarily
Mm-hmm.
sweet desserts. It's made for confusion. Yeah, but we got a list of ingredients. It's it's like a big brownie, I would say, slightly. We see a couple of different like add-ons, lacking a better or side dishes. We don't really know how to model that. I'm gonna skip that, but yeah. And we
For
got a
once,
special.
the image is actually really good because that's the classic serving.
Is this a classic serving?
I would
Yeah,
say so.
yeah. Agreed. Uh, Maybe a bit of this like vanilla sugar on top of it.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, but indeed.
Not bad at all.
It also got its own day in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if we got that in Wikidata.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look it up. In case we do, I want to have a connection in between them. In case we don't have it, I don't think it's a big deal.
Ah.
No. I'm gonna leave that for today. But I want to add the ingredients. Has part. Oh, suggested for me. And I think we say chicken egg when we.
Yeah.
Egg of chicken. Gonna publish this. We are gonna add sugar.
And
of course. Group of yeah, I guess you could use different types of sweeteners. I think that's it. Then there should be flour.
yes. Should we specify, because here it's understood from the article that it's wheat flour?
Oh, indeed. Oh, no, that's not it. It's spelled...
An H in the start there.
Yeah. There we go. And then cocoa. I think. Let's see.
Yes.
Yes, and it's just this is interesting because on Wikipedia this is what John talked about. So on Wikipedia, it doesn't point to the ingredients; it points to just the species. I would actually say that you're likely not to use the raw products over here, but actually chocolate itself.
Yes.
So
There's a cacao ingredient, which is the powder thing. I created that one, so don't use the chocolate.
oh, there is one.
Yeah.
I
And
imagine it got a Swedish label as well.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, there's too many other things in English that came before that.
but we should be able to see
Should
that
be linked from there.
exact this nice connection from this one, from the species. And we will use this taxon is source of
That's the one.
cocoa powder.
Yeah.
That appears to be very much it. Yeah. There we go. Did the Wikipedia article say when this? I really like what you
might
did
want some
there.
butter as well.
Oh, of course. And can we specify? No, I imagine you could use butter from various. Yeah. That's probably the generic one. New warnings as well. I don't think we got a date for when this would have been introduced. No. Okay. I really like what you did there, Jan, with the date. It gives me some interesting visualization ideas. This one looked good. I actually noticed when we navigated to this one, it says a warning here. Yeah, we should add that one. That one.
Yes.
So
Not there.
no, I'm gonna copy the P number
to
make it easier for myself. So I'm gonna head over to that one and that one, and add a new statement. There we go. And did we have the QID of this one? There we go. Check. One. I go all the way down. Yeah, on chocolate we got like audio and things like that as well. Got the P number. I'm gonna copy the Q number again. There we go.
Now, this might be a tricky one.
Oh, indeed. When you say it, because we actually produced this one from the powder,
or maybe from the beans. I'm not sure. Does it have anything else already?
Let's see here. This is the species itself. We got covered bean. Oh, this is interesting. This taxon is source of, and then it produced the beans, and of course, both of the chocolate and the cocoa powder is of course from the bean, and not from the taxon itself.
Yes.
Or is it? Let's see. Let's see
I'm
what
not sure
it says
how
about the bean.
strict we are about that.
Yeah. We might really go down a rabbit hole here. Part of fair trade. I'm skeptical, but I'm not gonna. Currency.
So that would be another property. Do we have?
Do we have an idea what that could be named?
Would that be has part? But it's just one part?
No.
Is it produced by? Do we have anything like that? Or material used? That's something else. Produced by something else.
Okay. Produced from? No.
We have something like materials used.
That's an interesting one. Made from material.
But maybe that is, I'm not sure.
No, let's have a look at it. We actually got an example here, and the first Wikidata property example we got is made from material, chocolate, cocoa bean.
All right.
So I think this is it.
It's unusual to have an example that's not modeled on items, so we'll fix that, I guess.
Let's double check that it isn't. No, it's not. Oh. No, I was looking at the wrong item. I'm gonna. If we go here and look for made from material. Yeah, I do have made from material.
Yes,
so
but
chocolate.
Not cocoa beans.
No, it's made. Oh, it's actually made from the species itself. Let's edit that one. So we want it to be made from the bean and not the plant producing the bean. There we go. And it gave us some type of warning. No, I didn't click on that, but let's see if made sure it doesn't give us a warning here now. Right. So there we got it in action, so to say. Cocoa, and then I can kind of verify here that it's not made by that powder that we.
But
I
wait,
imagine.
do we make chocolate from chocolate liquor?
Someone claims that.
Should be the other way around, I guess.
Pro cocoa mass in solid or semi-solid. No, I don't think. I think this is correct.
It's not liquor. All right.
Yeah. It's. Let's see if we got an image.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
But that one has the part cocoa bean. There are many steps in between here.
Yeah. So this is actually made from material, and in its turn, it's made from the cocoa bean. So, because this is clearly wrong.
Yeah.
So let's
move that one.
Yeah, I could move it, or I could be. I know I got to move something somewhere. Here we go. I'm gonna publish that and remove this one. Okay, this is clearly a rabbit hole.
No, this is. I think this is not really a rabbit hole, because now we're doing foundational work here, because chocolate is important.
Yeah, a cornerstone of society.
Yes.
Especially, I think we saw. Did we have it here? The use. Yes. So the Aztec Empire used as currency.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's nice.
Let's see. Cocoa bean. It's. Oh, this is also interesting. Intermediate good of.
Oh, all right.
That's an interesting way to model it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I like it? Maybe not. But that's
it's
a different story.
Bad.
No, not at all. No, that's completely okay. Although it's kind of a bit of duplicates because we got the same type of information somewhere else. So that one is correct now. It's different from this one, which is just the generic one.
Right.
Oh, okay. And there. No, this is a family name or something like that. Yes.
All right.
Okay. So the bean itself should be good, I imagine.
Oh, I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like the image as the main image. This looks like a sectional view. Almost.
No, I don't think so.
Or is that the bean?
Yeah, it's
Inside of the fruit.
yeah.
All
So they have been
right,
cutting it
right,
open,
all
and
right.
all of this are actually like what
Ah,
you get in your coffee when you order it
yes,
dried.
yes.
So I think
Beautiful.
that's a quite good image.
Yeah,
Um, I wonder, is this called a coffee fruit? The entire thing?
probably something like that.
Oh,
Or the
oh
cocoa fruit.
let's not search for it. um, yeah. So this one I was happy with. That's the plant. This one I'm more skeptical against, and we also get a bit of a warning.
I think if you reload, the warning will disappear because I think you added that.
Did I?
I think you did. Yes.
Oh, okay. Then I'm happy with it for now. I'm sure there is a ton of things I just missed when I browsed through all of those items, but I think we did some improvements, and
Mm-hmm.
incremental improvements is progress. Wikipedia wasn't made over a day. If we are. And I saw something that you did, Jan, as well, because you searched for when you created for the specific fish eggs.
Mm-hmm.
You actually, when you searched, we saw a academic article, or I assumed it was a
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh,
No,
it's
it's
even a that's interesting. So
a magazine.
I'm gonna open both the species and the ingredient as well as the actual fish, and let's see what that could be about, and see if we can add a main subject. Because we can see here it got almost no information. It's just an import, I imagine. No, I know that it's just an import. Uh, oh, but it's like a humor thing. It might not even be about. Let's see, is it that one I should go to? Let's see if it got some information for me, what it's about. It's. Let's see, do it have some information at all about what it's about?
Not
No.
really.
I'm actually not sure that even though it has like the specific fish egg name in its name, I don't think it's actually about it.
No, but it could be named after it.
It incredibly likely is named after it because I don't think anything else is named that.
Yeah,
Pretty sure we can add it.
and
Also
that's
to
good
give,
because we get an incoming link to the item.
yeah, um, which is a little more specific than just the instance of and languages and so on. And I now think that this is from this one which you created, rather than the fish itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people think of the ingredient, so it's
Yeah.
something like that. Okay, not the main subject, but
I
something.
put a little treat for you in our chat.
Oh, no, you can't see what I'm looking at, but oh, indeed. So, Jan, we were on this kladdkaka, which is like this, which is claimed to be a Swedish uh, chocolate cake, and I was interested in a bit of its history, as you might remember. And Jan made research here and found that one of the largest grocery stores in Sweden. I don't like cookies. Okay, I'm gonna accept everything. So we got a bit of its history here. It's all in Swedish, but I can summarize the important stuff, I believe. Let's see. Um, who invented the recipe? And they have a suggestion here. Um, because it was published in a paper based on how advanced its recipes. I'm surprised. Um, all right, and here I was skeptical against this being a Swedish or Finnish concept, but it says that it exists a little bit about everywhere, but the term itself is unique for Sweden, it claims. And
And
there
you
is a
had a
bit of,
date in the first section as well.
exactly, that's what I want to get back to.
Yeah.
And we got a date here, and I think that's a very good one because the recipe was published to a lot of people at that time in the 1970s. So I think that is a date we can give. We can also give a source so that people can actually get this context. So I'm gonna do that, and we did not use start time. We did use discovered or invented. Here, time of discovery or invention. And let's see if I used. And I don't want the precision to be the year. I want the precision to be the decade, because that is what we had. And does it look good now? Yes, it does. I want to add the reference. That's a qualifier, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't. Publish it and add a reference. Oh, I haven't just yet learned this. No, is that the reference or? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it looks like reference related things.
No.
No, it looks like a qualifier. Why is
Yeah.
it like this? Because I need to click that button. Okay. There I go. And here I want to today's date 2021 10 and today's 16.
That was a short field.
Yeah. And how do I add another one here? Yeah, there we go. And then I want the reference URL. I broke my window for all of you. I just realized trying to fix that small reference URL. Take the URL here. And with that, I would like to publish this. That looks correct.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And with that, I did less than I expected, but a lot more different on the chocolate. And I hope we made a couple of high impact edits. I also learned a bunch of stuff of this material made from and such. I think I've used it to like describe buildings and such before. But interesting to see it being used in this context. Yeah.
All right. So that was some food for the food day. And I think we will be back next Saturday. But before that, in our little project, Wiki Project Gov Director, where we work with government agencies all over the world, we have decided we want to, in order to make it more open and get more people able to join, we're going to have a collaboration hour.
Yeah.
And we'll start with that on Friday next week. And we'll do it in the afternoon, our time. So it's going to be 3 o'clock with UTC +2. And I guess we'll go about an hour. And did we have a link for our event page?
The link is now
right.
in. Under yarn.
Yes, down there. For, and then capital E A and Y when you take you to the events page for the GovDirector project.
Indeed. And we will just be there doing a bit of casual work on this GovDirector project. I got a couple of tasks, and improving a bit of data. I found a country I want to add to the project and so on. And we are also there just to help. If you haven't contributed and want to get some hands-on, then need someone to ask questions as well.
Yes, so you're all welcome. No pressure to do anything. You can just hang around and talk to us and see what we're talking about as well.
Yeah, and as a final note here, Nicholas can't be with us, but he's mentioning something else important, that it's soon WikiDataCon. And we just discussed it on beforehand, and if you have something you want to bring into the community program of WikiDataCon, you got an additional 4 days.
I think there's a number of days. I think it's the 20th. You shouldn't sleep on it. so
Indeed.
Check into the conference page and see when's the date, and if you have anything, do submit. And I think, I'm not sure when the end date is to sign up for the conference, but it's already open as well. So it's free of charge to sign up.
Indeed. And continuing with the spoilers here, Nicholas mentioned that after that it's COP26, and he is very right about that we intend to do something around climate for that particular day.
Yeah. And I guess with that, we'll end for today and see you later. Happy editing.
Happy editing.